Today what we got in front of us is the Stinger MA06 indoor, I repeat, indoor bug trap. Now, this little thing right here is 2 years old. You can tell it's well colored and aged and everything. But this thing has actually been a great thing in the garage. What it's got with it is inside has a black light, and what it does has a fan that sits in the bottom. You'll see all that in a few minutes, but basically what it does, it brings out a scent, attracts mosquitoes, flies, flying things, even some spiders. And what happens is it gets in there, the fan pulls it down, puts it in the bottom, and it has a collection tray. That's it in a nutshell. This one's been running since the last time I cleaned it, since June of this year. So here we are in September. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you basically the inside, the cleaning and everything, how to well maintain it. Now, when it comes to one thing I need to really stress with a lot of people is these light bulbs. Okay, you see the light bulb right here? You can barely read it. It's an F4 T5 / BL. That is the black light. You definitely want to go back with a replacement black light. I know that you can find a little T5 4 volts all day at Home Depot and Lowe's and what have you. The problem is the black light is what helps attract it. You'll notice the difference in the night when it's on. It'll be the black light, it'll be blue, and that's what attracts all the moths. So when I close up my garage at night, I don't have to worry about mosquitoes the next day. I don't have to worry about anything being in my garage if I decide to get up early in the morning and come out and work on it. The little turds are already sucked in the chute and gone. Same with the flies. This is the one reason why I like this. I don't have to mess with them tack strips. Plus it's at the forward part of my garage. I'll show you where it is later on in the video. But this is just basically it in a nutshell. You just put it anywhere you want. You can even put them in the house, and they work perfectly. So let's go ahead and get started and take her apart, shall we? Okay, when you go to pull your tray out, make sure that's all the way over, and then when you go to put this in here, or take it out either way, you gotta kind of pinch it. Now, you'll notice the little lever on. That helps keep the trap out. Now, you'll see in a picture followed behind this of actually how nasty this tray was. It was all the way up here, full of everything. But see, what it does, it pulls in dirt and crap like that. And there's your fan sitting at the very bottom. Okay. See it sitting down in there? Okay. And what happens is everything gets sucked down, pulled through here, and it collects here. And it can't come back up because basically when it's open, the air is keeping them down. And then when you shut it off, they're trapped in there. So that's easy to clean. The only thing is after a while it gets messy. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and take it apart, show you a good way to clean it, and that's it. Just hang with me. And you don't have to go into a full breakdown of it, but just enough where you can get access to everything. Because then if so, then you're going to have to go through the wiring and all that. Most time when I clean it, I don't. But what I normally do, soap water solution and an old rag. Doesn't matter what you use. Anything you got works. But basically, try to keep it away from the motor, of course. But just go in, dry wipe it if you can first. See if you can get all the excess, and then just use the regular soap solution in there. But that's basically it on cleaning it. Okay. Now, if you noticed, I've cleaned the blades up a little bit and cleaned up down here with the vac and everything else, and just done a little bit of stuff here and there. But what I was really wanting to talk to y'all and let y'all know is clean these blade edges. Make them back to a sharp, crisp feeling. You don't want them dulling out. And, I mean, they're not going to dull out. But, I mean, what happens is if you've got so much dirt and grime and dead bugs and whatever, it's not going to do its effect here. It's not going to pull here, and it's going to cause the motor to work. So then after a while, what happens is the motor might get hot, burn up the bearings, poof, now you're out $80. So that's what you do. You want to do a periodic, maintenance on anything you have. Wait until I do the episode of the air conditioner that's in the garage. You're going to freak. This thing's nasty. Now, granted, this will be its first bath, and I've had it for 2 years. 2-3 years. Anyways, there's probably dead things in there. It's probably Jimmy Hoffa for all I know. But back to this thing. The best thing is about these is as long as you keep them clean, and the bulb issue that I talked about in the first part, as long as you do that, this thing's going to last a long time. But that's how it is. You want things to last, well, it's real easy. You got to do a little preventative maintenance. That's all it is. It just prolongs the life of it so that you don't have to fork out $80 or go put a bad review on somewhere or get pissed and when somebody says, well, what'd you think? Oh, I think it's a piece of crap. Well, 9 times out of 10, if you do preventative maintenance, the things are going to last long. Just kind of like that washer I did, the dishwasher I did, kind of like the generator. The generator video I'm gonna send out here in a little while, and lawnmowers and stuff. As long as you take care of it, you might have to baby it, but it'll last you for a long time. And that's like I say, step out of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid of it. The worst you're gonna do is break it, but the thing is, you're learning more about it. You're going to be able to troubleshoot and decipher and figure out, hey, if this is this and this is doing that, okay, cool, now I got this. Then I can put a new part in here, or I can repair it here, or I can fix it here, or I can do what have you. So, like I said, don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone and take care of your own stuff. But, like I said, back to this thing. I'll clean this all up. Make it all pretty. Clean the screen, clean the lock grate and everything up. But like I said, I've only had this for about 2 years. This thing's been a great thing. So, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up a little bit, go through some other stuff, and then what I'll do is I'll put it all back together, and then I'll show you what it looks like and everything. And just kind of go for a little tutorial on the outside. But I hope you enjoy these videos. I mean, if it helps you pull you out of your comfort zone, that's what my videos are. My videos are just to make sure that you feel comfortable enough to go ahead and step out of your comfort zone. And that's what everybody needs to do these days. Quit relying on stuff. Be more self-reliant and do your own work. Now, or have somebody you know that you trust. But don't be a quick, oh, it's plastic, it's crap, I'm going to throw it away. Trust me, I can get these fans day in, day out. I can get the bulbs day in, day out. If I need the regulator at the bottom, I can get them day in, day out. I can keep this thing running for as long as I can get parts. It's the same thing with the dishwasher video I did a while ago. It's the same thing with the generator video I'm going to do in the next couple days. It's the same thing with lawnmowers. It's the same thing with anything out there. If you like it and it's dependable enough, do what you got to do to keep it running, because it's a hell of a lot cheaper in the end. All right. Okay, you're going to notice I'm going to do something here. I'm going to take this metal tape, or as I like to call it, the aviation mechanic's best friend. This stuff is cat's meow. Now what I'm going to do with this is, if you notice, if you notice up in here, it's got a little, age from the UV light and the black light that's in there. So, it ain't going to be punching out that good on radiance. Well, one thing I do to protect it is go ahead and put some of this in here. You can get this stuff anywhere. You can order it off of Amazon. You can order it. I've only seen it like one time. Not foil. I mean, it's foil tape, but it's Scotch brand metal tape. And all it is just basically thin piece of aluminum with sticky on it. Real easy to work with. But what I do is I'll use this as a reflector. It helps with the light being emanated out a little bit stronger. And the second thing is it protects this back in. Because if you notice, like things with lights and stuff, after a while, it gets that dingy brown, kind of like burnt look. Well, that's just the age of it and everything else, and probably the heat of the bulb. So what you do is you go ahead, you put this in here, helps reflect it, plus it keeps it from aging. So let's say you get a brand new one straight out of the box. Well, go ahead and do it. I should have done it, but I brain farted and didn't think anything about it, and I just wanted to get this up and running. But that's a nice little how-to trick, and you'll notice how it's reflective now. So when the bulb goes in here, you know, when you put Mr. Bulb in here, and you go like this, you twist it and it lucky. Now it's going to sit there. Because see what? Here's something that I was going to show you. You can see where the light is. And it's doing this, so what I might do is just go ahead and put a nice little thin piece right here. And what it does is it keeps that plastic from getting real brittle, aging it, pre-aging it. And it helps keep the reflectance, so everything will be coming out of here. So what it does is it will reflect here, and it keeps it and punches it out here. So it makes it a little bit stronger and more intense, because the flies, they're curious. Mosquitoes and moths, they love it. Mosquito hawks, they'll hit for it. So any little annoying flying critters that you got, I guarantee you, if they see that blue light, it's like, ooh, yeah, I gotta have that. Next thing you know, they're in your collection. All right, this is just a little quick thing I was going to show y'all. So notice my ant bites. Yeah, we got ant problems here. But anyways, not here in the house, but outside, they're notorious. They're angry little craps. I've dealt with them. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead, and next thing I'm going to do, might as well put her off. The side is Mr. Happy Screen. Now here's the thing with the little screen. If you notice, it's kind of sagged in. If you ever have a tear, and I mean if it ever breaks on you, relax, count to 10, get you a screen repair kit. Just a typical little screen repair kit, and all you gotta do is kind of template around here, glue it around in the sides, and you still got a good screen. Just a little food for thought. So if you ever work on it, and after a while, let's say that the screen gets all nasty and gunky and just dry rots and it's broken, doesn't mean you throw it away. You just take some regular house screen stuff, put it in there. As long as the air can pull it through, it's still gonna work. All right, I'm gonna let you go for a few minutes, clean this up. Oh, when you clean these, yes, you can use water, soap and water, what have you, the same stuff I'm making, whatever. Make sure it is thoroughly dry, because the first time you turn that fan on, it's going to suck it air through here, and it's going to pull any water drops, and it's going to put it right on that fan. Now, you got a chance of it getting in there and burning up the motor, causing a little fire, hey, or who knows what else. But like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and clean it up, scrub it up a little bit. I'm not going to get real nuts with it, but I use like a shop vac and little scrub brushes and stuff. Acid brushes work real good. But other than that, we'll get the rest of it all cleaned up, and then I'll show you the final. All right, letting you go. All right, here you go. Basically, when you put your little trap back together, just slide it in, clips in like that. Okay, and it's all self-contained. That's one the nice thing about it, is all your little buggies are still in here if you pull it out as a whole assembly. So then what you do is, then when you got it that way, then you can go to the trash can or wherever and dump it out. So back in there, slides in, clips in, check good. Now the way you should turn this thing on and off is all right here. Now you can tell the bulb's kind of old, but you hear that? I can guarantee you beforehand, I couldn't hear it. So basically, in a nutshell, you look down the side, double check, make sure it's it. There's your hole here. That's where the air comes in, and then your fan is pulling all the air out this way. And then you just go ahead and turn it off just like that. And then you go into the process of removing. Remember, stick your fingers. If you got fingernails, it's a good thing. Then you just kind of pinch inward. You'll be fighting with it a little bit, but it's not that bad. You just kind of pry it around. Sometimes it'll come with it. Sometimes it won't. Just depends. If you get one of them European Hornets in there, which I have, trust me, you definitely want to make sure it's completely closed before you get it. Then click it back on. And there you go. But that's it. In a nutshell. You see how it's a little bit brighter in there? And that helps with the plastic. I'll put that other stuff up here in a second. But I just wanted to show you. You just clean it. And then what I'll do is I'll show you where I place it in the garage. Alright everybody, that's where it's located in my garage. It's a little bit away from the ceiling, right at that door, and then right over from that door. But that's where its primary location always is, and hopefully I won't have to do anything until March of cleaning it. Hope this video helped y'all. You have a great day and a better tomorrow.